Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm David from Pedigo Family Farm. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Okay, so the past few nights, maybe even a week, we've been having like a little creature kind of lurking around our chicken coop and run and kind of hanging around our compost pile. And we actually caught him or her last night, so let's go check it out. It's a tiny little possum, or opossum. And here he is, our little intruder. So we caught this little guy in a cage we picked up from Tractor Supply. These cages are about 40 bucks. Kind of see it down here. Adjust this a little bit. There we go. And it worked well. We put it out for a couple nights, and I think on the third or fourth night we were able to catch him. He hasn't killed any chickens. We haven't lost any chickens. We haven't lost any eggs. But we want to get him out of here before we do. Before we let this guy go, let's talk for a minute. Let's talk about possums. So, if you didn't already know, opossums are in the marsupial family. They typically have somewhat of a long head with a pointed snout, and then you'll find them with naked ears and a nearly hairless prehensile tail. That's about half of their total body length. All 4 feet have 5 toes with sharp claws, except for one thumb-like opposable toe on their hind legs. They typically live for anywhere from 1 to 4 years, depending on the breed and where they're at in the US. And part of their short lifespan is due to predators, including dogs, cats, and even people. You'll typically find them in like wooded and brushy areas, but they've done really well adapting to living near people in suburban and even big city areas. They'll make a den pretty much anywhere that's dry, anywhere they can feel safe and be dry. Hollowed out logs, underneath your buildings of your house, even burrows dug out by other animals. Better question, if we like possums so much, why don't we want them on the homestead? Well, it's not that I mind them around the homestead, but our homestead only being a half acre is pretty small, and he was specifically hanging out around our chicken coop and run. And they're known to eat eggs, young chicks, and even kill adult birds. And oftentimes they'll just bite out the neck and they'll eat the contents of the chicken's crop and maybe some of the breast and leave the rest there. So if the possums might kill our chickens, why don't we kill them? Why don't we, eliminate the issue? While we don't want them around our coop, they can be beneficial for your garden, biting slugs, snails, other insects, and occasionally small rodents. Even help you clean up your spilt garbage and some fallen fruit from the trees on your property. Hold on, I know what you're thinking. What about rabies? We always hear, oh, you got to get rid of them, they carry rabies. Well, it's just not quite as common as you think it might be. People often mistake their open mouth, hissing, and sometimes even drooling for rabies, but it's really just a defense mechanism, similar to dogs that are scared and bark and growl. And while that might look scary, it's strictly just for show. The truth is, rabies is extremely rare in possums, partially because of the lower body temperature they have compared to other warm-bodied animals. So, in short, if you got a problem with a possum on your property, we recommend picking you up a cage, getting them caught, and relocating them if you're able to, which is what we're going to do for this guy right now. All right, sun's in my eyes a little bit, but now's the tricky part, see if I can open this without him scratching or nipping my finger. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, like this video and subscribe. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.